6853 or visit nagrajhomes.com. You're listening to Real Estate Roundup. With Realtor Nagaraj Annaya every Sunday from 12:30 p.m. to 1 p.m. PST on Bolly 92.3 FM.
Namaskar and welcome to Real Estate Roundup, your peek into what's trending in Bay Area's real estate with Nagaraj Annaya, your trusted Bay Area realtor and the founder of nagrajhomes.com, the place to hone in on your dream home. I'm Vijay Lakshmi and thank you so much for making us a part of your Sunday. And as we get talking on the week that was and what a week it was, and what to expect in the Bay Area real estate market, we welcome your questions and whether you're seeking any clarification on how to go about in this market, whether as a first-time home buyer or you're looking to upgrade, downsize, looking to refinance, or maybe invest. Whatever it is, join us and call us in the studios. The studio lines are open on Bolly 92.3 FM, and the number is 408-912-5038. That number 408-912-5038. And we welcome your calls and participation. We are also live on YouTube. Yes, folks, you can watch us there and catch us right there on YouTube, Nagaraj Annaya's YouTube channel. Put your questions down there as well, and we can take it from there. And with that, hello and happy Sunday. Nagaraj, good to see you.
Happy Sunday. Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for joining in. Please call in. If you have any questions, we are happy to help you out today.
Yes, absolutely. 408-912-5038. And of course, what a happening weekend and week it's been. And of course, we're looking forward today to Natu on the Oscars. You know, we're going fingers crossed that it's going to win the Oscar.
Everybody's hopeful for it.
Yeah, of course. But we can't overlook the fact about the shockwaves going through the valley and beyond with the collapse of the Silicon Valley Bank, which is the 16th largest bank in the US. What does this forebode for buyers and sellers of real estate?
See, it's a great question. That's what it is. Everybody is asking me from last couple of days. I think all change. Silicon Valley Bank things change within a 48 hours timeline.
Yeah.
It's in a panic, right? It's a panic triggered. Bank doesn't have that much money. Everybody started withdrawing in.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have a money to give anybody right now, right? Then the federal jumped in and they're trying to do the damage controls. But let me stick on to the Bay Area. I think we already have one caller.
Yes. Okay, let's hold that thought. Let's see what they want to share. Hello and welcome to Real Estate Roundup. Your name, please, and what you'd like to share with us.
So my name is Liping. I'd like to share some of my understanding about the current mortgage.
Hi, Liping.
Right now, basically, if we are talking about the jumbo loan usually means low amount in the Bay Area. Jumbo loan usually means low amount over $727,000. The current
Liping,
rate
can you hear me?
is still around like under 6% for qualified customers. The national wise, if it's a conforming loan, then the rate can be already close to 7 or over 7%. So we can see the interest rate is keeping going up. But fortunately, during the big news of SVB Bank, the rate, we just saw a very small decrease, very small dip of the rate last weekend. I mean,
Liping, can you hear me?
Friday.
Can Liping hear us? Hey, Liping, can you hear me? Thanks for joining in today, Liping. Liping is from a Citibank, and she wants to share her experience or like our rates on the Citibank and what are the loan programs do you have. Thank you for so much for joining in today, Liping.
Sure, thank you for giving me the opportunity. So basically, interest rate is kind of like a very personal, related to your down payment, your credit score. So credit score is very important, especially for jumbo loans. If your credit score is over 780, this is the best credit score profile for Citibank, for Citi's jumbo loan. You might be able to get the best rate we can offer. And also Citi offers relationship discounts. If you have $50,000 assets deposit with Citi, you get a ACE discount, 0.125% rate discount. If you have $200,000, you get about a quarter, 0.25% discount. So $500,000, you get 0.375. So we do have like up to 2 million relationship discount.
So is this new money or is it existing balances? If you have, like you said, the relationship discount.
Yeah, this can be the checking, saving, money market, stock,
Okay.
and your retirement account.
Mm-hmm.
So this is combination. It is not only like just like checking. You can put money into the interest-bearing saving account,
Mm-hmm.
or our CD product, or our stock. We have
Yes.
stock brokerage too, and also you can choose to roll over your retirement account to Citi to get the discount. And of course, the down pay cannot be part of the relationship discount. So you are going to use your down pay anyway. So this is at closing your money, your asset with Citi, you will get extra benefit of the rate discount.
Okay.
And then if you do not have like $50,000, it is okay. As long as you have a checking account with us, we can give you some closing cost credit. So then this, and by the way, this benefit does not restrict in jumbo loan. We can give this discount to you on your conforming loan, not only primary residence. You can do this as a investment property relationship discount. So it is not just restricted to primary or jumbo loan. It's open
I think
to
it's
all
a
the
great
programs.
benefit. I think
So, today, so basically, just as I said, jumbo loan, we might still be able to get some rate under like 6%. This is already before the relationship discount. If you have extra assets, you will get a further discount. And for conforming loan, the rate is much higher. So basically today, I just want to share one very important, very, very good program with our first-time home buyer who does not have a property right now. So Citi has a home run program. So if our buyers are purchasing in a low to moderate income census tract, we can do, you can choose just put 3% for conforming loan or 5% for super conforming loan. Then no mortgage insurance, no MI, and also we give you very good rate, kind of like similar to our jumbo loan product rate. So which means the rate can be almost 1% lower than the national 30 years mortgage rate for conforming loan. So just depends on your qualification, your income, your credit score. And your down payment.
Cool.
Of course, you do not.
Liping, thank you so much. I think
5% down pay, 10% down pay, 15% down pay. Anything under 20%, no mortgage insurance for qualified people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Liping, thank you so much. And what do you think about, like, are you seeing any rates change from the Silicon Valley Bank impacts? Like, are you seeing the rates going down, or what did you notice from last 2 days?
Yeah, on Friday, we did see a small. When I talk about small, usually it's about 0.125% rate discount. I mean, reduction.
Okay.
So, yes, we do see that.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
No one knows what will happen next.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Maybe the crisis will go away very fast. Maybe it will not. No one knows, because the Fed will consider this, I hope. Everyone's talking about this in the Bay Area.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that.
Thank you so much, Liping, for calling in and sharing your inputs. I think to give an introduction, if you're looking to buy a loan program with the Citi, Liping has a very good loan options for 20% down. And if you want a discounted rates for relationship, do reach out to her or give me a call after the show and I can introduce her. And
they can call me or call you about the home run program if they need more information. Yes, we do have very good home run program to help people who do not have 20% down pay and who want to buy.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, and so again, let me tell listeners that you're listening to Real Estate Roundup with Nagraj Anaya, founder of nagrajhomes.com. And of course, give us a call in the studio. Studio lines are now open on Bolly 92.3 FM. If you have any question with regard to real estate and you want to talk those issues through, 408-912-5038 is the number in the studios. And Nagraj, of course, if you're looking, he's looking to help people like you find a home of your dreams, whether you are a first-time home buyer or an empty nester looking to downsize. He has the experience you need to find a home in the Silicon Valley. So you want to take care, have the subject matter expert in your court when you're looking at the challenging real estate market right now. And Nagraj, you were saying?
I think we were discussing about the Silicon Valley Bank.
Mm-hmm.
I think we did hear from Lipping also what she was noticing. The rates have been changed. All right. See, it always you should diversify your portfolio. Correct. If you're not diversifying the portfolio or you're dependent on only one of the stuffs, then this is what happens. Right? I think for the short term, it's difficult to say how it's going to be impact. I can see if somebody as a real estate realtor or somebody economist say that, hey, this is what for sure happens in the future, they're lying for it. We can only just give the data. Based on the data, it goes in. Okay.
Yeah.
Because nobody doesn't know what the future holds in.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Sarah, whatever will be.
Just go based on the today's data, what we are thinking in, can you afford the homes? Based on that, go for it. See, reason I wanted to tell you, right? See, last year somebody was buying and selling a house with me, and I gave him enough data, but he got panicked and he sold a house. Now he says, "No, I should not have sold it. The market is bouncing back."
Yeah.
We made a decision based on that day's data.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's jump back to the Silicon Valley Bank, right? Like impact wise, see, yesterday there were few open houses we attended. In one of the open houses in the Milpitas, I see there's enough crowd still coming in and enough crowd coming in Fremont area too, wherever the good schools and good neighborhoods around there. But doesn't imply the same thing coming back to the other homes around. Okay. If the homes are in a good neighborhood, it's a great schools, we are still not seeing any major impacts. We did put a couple of offers on the last week on Tuesdays. This was in Irvington High School area, and it was like listed for 1.3. The comparables from last 6 months were around 1.32 something, close to 1.3. But it was sold more than 80K. There are cash buyers came in and bought the house.
Okay.
Because Bay Area, we always keep hearing about the cash buyers having an impact. I think that is one of the reasons also. Okay. Because there is another like iBuyers, like open app, like for example, they are the one, right? Like they are going to have the major impacts because they already lost 1 billion last few years because of they could not make enough sales. Now they have one more 1 billion left where they want to make a game changer in the Bay Areas. These are called an iBuyers, where they are holding on to the cash, and they might be a game changers, like basically to change the values of the homes also.
Okay. I see.
So if you're looking to buy a house, as a precautionary thing, what you need to be doing is look at your assets first. Okay. If your assets are there for a 20% and you already sold your stocks, it's a great way to start. Like keep your down payment in a separate and look out how much reserve something happens like this. What are the reserves options you have? And one more thing, what
if you kept your reserve in a bank like Silicon Valley Bank?
But good thing is like federal is jumping in up to 250K. They're going to give basically 250K. They can give a safety for that. Anything more than 250K, do watch out for that if you're in a Silicon Valley bank. But I think it's like only thing is like even the companies the companies who's dependent on paying on the salaries because now because of
they don't have the money to pay the salary.
Startups have kept their monies in there. They are the ones who's going to be impacted right now.
So again, let me give out the number, folks, if you're listening to all our conversations about what's happening in Silicon Valley. with namely the Silicon Valley Bank or with anything
If you
else.
have anything to share.
Yes, of your own situation, give us a call. 408-912-5038 is the number, and also live on YouTube on Nagraj Anayya's YouTube channel. You can also leave a comment there or a question there, and we'll be happy to take it. So, Nagraj, one question that comes to mind, you've had so
I
many.
think we forgot to tell one thing. This
Yeah.
show is only for the information
Yes.
purpose.
Right.
And don't take it as a financial advice,
Yeah.
because we're just providing you the data so that you guys can decide. It is not, that's the reason we want to stick it. It's an informational. Whatever I'm noticing in the market, I'm just putting it in here. Okay.
Right.
That's what we always try to do. It's just for an information, and it's again depends on case by case basis. It goes in.
Yeah, so there's a disclaimer right there. You're not to take this as a financial advice in any shape or form. But if you want to discuss your particular situation, Nagraj and Naya is more than happy to guide you through all of the ups and downs. And you can always call him offline, and that number is 408-805-4653. Anytime 408-805-4653. But right here, right now, while we have him on air with us, you're welcome to call in. Studio lines are open. 408-912-5038 is the number. So Nagraj, you've had so many years of experience through the Bay Area real estate market. What is the number one mistake that home buyers make, and maybe even sellers for that matter?
I think maybe first time home buyers, right? Like you just moved into US. The biggest mistake is buying an expensive cars.
Cars,
Right?
Acha.
I think I'm not talking about the sellers part. I'm talking about the buyers who just moved in, or like an immigrant who just moved in. I'm just talking about maybe we can frame it as a question as an immigrant who just moved in.
Yes. Okay.
I think one biggest mistake is buying an expensive cars or expensive stuffs without even buying your house.
Yeah.
Right. So that is going to impact your monthly payments. For example, you borrowed in an expensive car, it is going to impact your monthly payments. So watch out before you buy anything expensive stuff, which is going to be a monthly dependence on you.
Yeah.
So that is for the immigrants to watch out. And I think if you frame it as a question for the buyers or the sellers perspective, the buyers is like basically you're not even looked out what is your down payment options when you're buying in a house. And buying in a house doesn't happen overnight. It needs to be thoughtful for a few months around. For example, for some reasons, like if the husband and wife both are working, for them the down payment might, if they've saved up so much, then it's okay. If you're not, it's always plan ahead for a 6 months or 8 months. Okay. Because you need to, or even a year sometimes. I've seen some of my clients, like basically they reached out to me after 2 years before, but now they are ready because they were able to save that much of down payment and a reserves component. And one of the mistake also is like always thinking we need a 20% down payment. That is not true. We need even a 5%. If it's a house purchase is less than, again, it's a confirming loans limits are there depending on each counties. If it's in a Santa Clara County, if it is less 1.08, and if it is a San Joaquin and other stuff is in a 720K. For that one, even we need a 5% down payment.
Yeah. So it's not you're not bound by a 20% number. There are options and opportunities below, as low as 5%. So you don't have to be.
So don't think about like I need to save 20%. I can't buy the house. Okay. I think you can still buy the house. Again, depends on each person's each client scenarios are different. We need to run the numbers, and based on that we can get it. Okay. So, but it's not necessary for you to wait for 20% down. It is like even a 5% or a 10%. Okay. And one more thing, what you need to notice is like market always fluctuates. When you are ready to buy a house, keep your separate down payment separate. Okay. And the reserves need not to be liquidated. The reserves can be on the stock options, or it can be on your 401k too.
Okay.
So watch out for that, like for example. So don't think like I need to reserve, even the reserves I need to keep it away or like liquidate it. So reserves can be like as a part of your stocks, but they'll consider only a 60% or a 50%, depending on your last 2 years, how the stocks have been varied. So that's the one thing you
So
need.
the reserves can be in the form of stocks or
Stocks, 401k,
401ks. I
right?
see.
So, but down payment alone, just liquidate it. If you're planning to buy next 2-3 months, liquidate it, because you will not go based on your market conditions, right? Like, so if, for example, if the stocks are going up today, then it goes down tomorrow, you are not, you come down, what is the best value to your stocks can be sold. And for example, this kind of market fluctuations, for example, Silicon Valley Bank stocks, it happens. It's happening from some time, right? It is not like it is, nobody can't predict the future. It has happened in the past. For example, in 2008 also has happened in the past. But you should see that whoever has bought in 2008, the lower times, they're not selling for the same price right now. So don't basically think on the future things, what's happening. Stick on to your current scenarios. Based on that, you can go qualify for it.
I see.
Nothing is like permanent. Like, it isn't always on a short-term changes will be happening in.
Yeah. So does any of this resonate with you folks? If it does, please give us a call and to discuss what's on your mind real estate wise. The number in the studios 408-912-5038. And Nagraj is of course a realtor, but he's also a mortgage broker, so he can advise you on that side also, so that you go into this equation fully equipped and knowing what you're getting into. It's very important that you have an advocate in your court who's able to lay out everything for you, discuss what options you have, what opportunities you have. So there's that. And of course, nagrajhomes.com is the best place to start off on this journey. Everything you need to know. There's also for folks who are trying to sell a home and you need instantly sort of a rough idea of what your home would sell for. There's a free home evaluation right there where you put in the basic numbers and it takes into account the homes that have sold in your neighborhood to give you an accurate estimation of what your home could sell for. So
I think the free home evaluation, right? I think let's talk about this. I think we have given enough information. What is a market analysis, right? Like, what does it does is, like, for example, when you ask for what is my home worth, how does that work is, like, basically we calculate from the last 3 months what are the homes has been sold per the square footage. Right. So based on that, depending on your house conditions, whatever you have done the upgrades, right? So based on first data is always what are the homes getting sold in that neighborhood within a 0.5 mile radius. Okay? Because that's where the appraiser also sticks in, and he always sticks on 3 to 6 months data. He'll calculate what are the last 6 months the homes have been sold in that neighborhood, and with 0.5 mile radius, and what are the upgrades done, and what is the home situation. Based on that, he comes up with the numbers. Whenever you ask me for request me for the comparables, we'll generate the homes got sold, and again depends on it's in a single family home. Single family homes are not comparable to the condos, right? So that's also you need to watch out. When you're doing in a condo, don't go for the single family. Don't take in your single family homes. You need to go for the condos alone.
Right.
And the single family homes also, what are the upgrades you have done from the last few years? Is it ready to move in? That also moves. That's also needs to be calculated. Okay. So the number, whatever it comes in, is in a rough estimate. Then again, based on what all the upgrades you have done, whatever what are the termite reports are there, and whatever the inspections needs to be done, based on that, maybe sometimes it is necessary to fix the home before you sell. Putting in all this additional, what it might be selling that we can come up with that numbers. It always, like, it doesn't happen instantly, but comparables can give you what is a rough estimate it can sell, comparing this home to the last whatever has been sold, and your home is also almost the same value.
Right. Right. So it's complicated, selling real estate in Silicon Valley, and finding that ideal price point and then marketing it properly. That takes solid knowledge. So you may have this kind of a number of the evaluation, what your home is going to go for, but you need a subject matter expert like Nagraj, who has the solid knowledge of the Silicon Valley market and the experience to get you that best contract possible, right? So there's no substitute to that, to having a great realtor on your side.
Yeah, because market fluctuates. Even for the selling, it's happened the same thing, right? Like, for example, market has fluctuated now because of the Silicon Valley impact. You should know, will my home sell it for low or a lower high, right?
Mm-hmm.
What might low it can go.
Yeah.
But
Analyzing the current market.
it, and as I told you earlier in the show also, right, the Silicon Valley Bank right now looks like in a short term. We
Yeah.
don't know how it's going to impact really. But we can just present you a data. So this is what it is happening. For example, in the December time, everybody noticed like the market might completely go wrong, but it bounced back again in a January.
Mm-hmm.
And always think, you are not the only one buyer, or you are not only the one seller. You
Yes.
are competing with the other people around where you are buying the house. So that is why the price can't be determined always.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah.
And even for the seller, it's only one big buyer is what it is needed. And if you market your home properly and your home has correct right upgrades for the ready to move in, always it can make a difference.
Yeah, making all the difference. And of course, Nagraj, we're almost at the end of time, but again, very good insights right there for folks to help them through this market. And of course, if you would like to get in touch with Nagraj between this Sunday and the next, you're
Or
free
leave the
to do that.
comments if they have noticed something on the Silicon Valley Bank, and if they want to share their comments, more than welcome to leave
More
it on
than
the
welcome.
YouTube channel.
Yes,
Give
absolutely.
me a call.
YouTube channel Nagraj Anaya is the handle. So you can go in there, put your comments, your thoughts right there as well, even after the show is over. And the number to reach Nagraj, of course, 408-805-4653, 408-805-4653, or just nagrajhomes.com. So let Nagraj help you buy or sell your home so you can move on to the next step in your life, whatever that may be. And Nagraj, thank you so much. Look forward to talking to you again next Sunday, 12:30 to 1 p.m. only on Bolly 92.3 FM.
Thank you so much, and happy Sunday to all the listeners again. Thank you.
On that note, this is